Hey, this is Mike at Riverview Turfworks. In this video, I'm going to be going over how we handled a major long-lasting weather delay, rain delay, in the spring of 2021. So I had this calendar up here for you to look at here. The video I'm about to play for you was actually recorded on May 27th, 2021. However, I'm speaking to you. It's the middle of June right now. You can see the little rain icons on the calendar, May 16th through the 25th. That's 10 days out of 12 days it rained here. Okay. Actually, the 27th, it actually rained that night as well and into the morning. And here it is during the middle of June right now. And we've had 4 days of sunshine, and that's the longest lasting days we've had without rain since the 16th of May. So it's been a pretty tough past 4 or 5 weeks here for businesses that work outside and depend on the weather to work or not. But I'm just going to kind of go over with you how we handled this situation. Normally what we do for our regular schedule though is we mow Monday through Thursday, and normally that'll allow us Fridays and Saturdays to catch up in case we have some kind of small weather problem, which works 99% of the time. So what we normally do for weather delays is we send out text messages and emails, much like what you see on the screen right here. And they'll just say, hey, it's too wet for us to do your service today, we'll be by tomorrow. And we just try and communicate with you as best we can, that way you know what our schedule is like this for the week. However, in this case, it had rained the entire week prior, so May 16th through the 22nd, it rained every single day. The weekend of the 22nd and the 23rd, we had kept an eye on the weather, and it was actually, the forecast was actually calling for rain the later half of the next week. So that would be like May 26th. It was supposed to start raining that afternoon and rain all the way through Memorial Day on the 31st. So we had actually sent out this email on the 23rd. And basically it's just saying, hey, we see the forecast. We didn't get to cut everyone's yard last week, so we're going to try and get everybody in this week. So what we plan on doing is starting work 30 minutes early at 7:30 a.m. every morning and working till dark every day to try and be proactive. We wanted to get everybody's service in, that way they wouldn't have long grass, especially for the Memorial Day weekend. So this was a good idea. Unfortunately, it did not happen because unfortunately the weather forecast was wrong. We sent the emails out on the 23rd, which was a Sunday, and then of course that Sunday it rained. The next day, the 24th and the 25th, Monday and Tuesday, it rained both of those days. So that gave us 10 days of rain in a row, which prompted the email that's on your screen now. Okay, feel free, take your time. You can pause it, read through it if you'd like. We want to be very transparent in all of our business practices. But basically what this email said, it just said, we don't know when we're going to be able to cut your grass. We don't know when we're going to be able to do your lawn service. We don't know what the weather's going to do. So we had seen the weather forecast, and we knew that we weren't supposed to get very much rain in the next few days. We were hoping that was going to be true, and thankfully that did come true for us. So we had the idea that on Wednesday the 26th, as it was mentioned in this email here, that we would go out and weed eat and edge as many properties as we could on Wednesday the 26th. We knew that most of them were going to be way too wet to get a mower on, and I don't think we mowed any yards on that day. But however we did, weed eat and edge a lot of yards. And what that allowed us to do was Thursday, we went back to those yards that we weed eated and edged, and we mowed all of them, as many as we could, and as much of the property as we could. Some properties we couldn't mow all the grass because it was still muddy in areas, but we got as much done as we possibly could. And this right here is an example of that. You can see the seed heads here that are being pointed to. That area has clearly not been cut by a mower. It was very, very muddy, and the closer you get to the gate back here, the worse it actually gets. This house right here is actually about a worst case scenario for us. Other than actually having to skip your entire property, which I don't believe we had. Very, very few of those that we had to do. But you'll see why here as soon as we look in the backyard here. Right behind the patio, all around the patio, basically right in the center of the backyard on this property is a low spot. It has standing water in it while this is being filmed right now. The parts that doesn't have standing water are out along the edges here where we're pointing to. That those are very, very muddy areas. So basically we just, everything was edged and weed eated, and then we mowed what we could mow, and that's really all we could do. Now you kind of fast forward a few weeks. We're in the middle of June right now, and the weather has been an issue all the way up to now. We have been able to pretty much take care of it for the most part, but we've been having to work weekends to try and catch up. Memorial Day weekend, we had to work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, sun up to sundown, all Memorial Day weekend to try and get everybody's properties taken care of. But we made it happen for them. And that's just the nature of this business. We can't control the weather, unfortunately. Just know that we will do the best we can to get your property taken care of. We can't be at every single one of our clients' properties the moment it dries out enough to get a mower on. I wish we could, but that's just not reality. So we stick to our schedule, and that's what we have to do. We can't control the weather, but we can control our communication. As you've seen with the emails we've shown and text message we've shown in this video here, we try and stay in communication with you as much as possible. That way, when we go through weather events like this, you have an idea of what's actually going on with our schedule, and you'll have an idea of when to expect us there to do your service.